Hi, my name is Fred. I am a purple 10-pound dumbbell, but don't be fooled, I'm actually very smart. Well, sort of. Anyways, being a dumbbell is cool and all, but it can get a bit boring. So I wanted more from life, but I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I asked around and came up with the idea to go skydiving, but that wasn't going to work. I had to come up with something else. So I came up with an idea, sort of, that I wanted to fly through the air, kind of like skydiving, but a little different. I decided to ask the inferior humans for help. The group I turned to called themselves the classy ones. They suggested I looked into Rube Goldberg projects, and I was like, I know who that is. Sort of. So I looked him up, and I loved the idea. I asked the classy ones for help, and they said sure, and so we began. Who was Rube Goldberg, you may be asking? Well, he was the guy who came up with the idea of finding the most complicated way to do the simplest task. And so they began planning. Their first idea looked like this, and it didn't have many details. Their second idea made a little more sense, but they found later that it just wasn't going to cut it. Their final design looked like this, and here's how it worked. The baseball at point A would swing into the test tube at point B. The test tube had baking soda and vinegar in it, and when it fell over, it would inflate the balloon, knocking over the dominoes, which would hit the tennis racket, knocking the 4-pound medicine ball off its stand, yanking on the golf club, releasing the basketball to roll down the hockey sticks, knocking the weight off of point G, lifting me up at point H. When it comes to the transfer of energy, we can see kinetic changing to potential and potential changing to kinetic throughout the whole thing. Starting with kinetic energy at point A, all the energy transfers were shown in green, by the way. We can see that the baseball has kinetic energies as it's swinging into the test tube, which actually has potential energy too. When it falls over, the chemicals mix, causing a chemical reaction, knocking over the dominoes. Every piece from there on forth has potential energy until it's hit, and then it has kinetic energy. And so they began building. Although the trials were hard and proved many of the flaws in their plan, they found ways to overcome many of them. One of my personal favorite obstacles that they overcame was when they were trying to get their chemical reaction to work on cue. They needed the chemicals to wait to mix until it was knocked over, so one of them came up with the idea of using a coffee filter. The coffee filter was filled with baking soda while the vinegar was put on the bottom. Then, once the test tube was knocked over, the vinegar would go into the coffee filter, mixing with the baking soda, inflating the balloon. And then it was time for the final run. So overall it didn't work, but they came so close. Each individual piece worked, but none of them set off the nets. For example, the test tube with the balloon would knock over the dominoes in the tennis racket, but when the tennis racket fell, it wouldn't